So these last 2 years, I got over compulsive eating problems, and I made a resolution in 2020 to normalize my relationship with food. I had serious food addiction problems, and I had lost a job over a problem like that. I had lost two girlfriends over food addiction problems, and I got evicted from an apartment I was living in. What had happened was I was getting ready to prepare my favorite meal when some of my food disappeared. I don't know if a roommate took it, and I got into a mess. I hate to say what I did, but I got into a mess over it. That was the breaking point, and I realized I had to do something about my eating disorder problems. It was causing a lot of strife. You see, a lot of people, when they hear binge eating disorder, they think, okay, you're overweight, you may have health conditions relating to physical health conditions relating to overweight. That's not the only problem, though, right? When your eating is so out of control that you miss out on social activities, you miss out on professional development activities, when you mess up relationships, that's a problem in its own right, right? Get that out of your head. Binge eating doesn't have to equal overweight, right? Actually, you can be a binge eater and not be overweight. You could uh, you could have social problems, and actually, in some ways, that's kind of worse because if you're overweight, that might pressure you to do something about it. Okay, get that out of your head. Binge eating and overweight are not mutually exclusive concepts. Now, fast forward to 2021. I think the recent panic shopping problems are going to cause a lot of Americans to develop, or if they had former eating disorder problems, may cause them to relapse. And here's why. One of the ways I like to reason with myself when I have a food craving is to constantly remind myself that the food will be waiting there for me, right? So I have a craving for baking chocolate. I have a craving for, what else do I like? You guys saw me eating some smoked salmon the other night after I broke my fast following Yom Kippur. When I have a craving for that and I know I shouldn't be eating because I'm full, I remind myself that food will be just as delicious tomorrow, right? Or whenever I decide to eat it. During the Yom Kippur fast, I kept reminding myself that food's and the beverages and all the other things that you can't do for Yom Kippur, that's available for me right after. Right? We got 18 more hours to go. We got 5 more hours to go. Now the problem is that sometimes I like to travel, and I go to Taiwan, I go to Poland, and the foods that are available there might not be available back home. And that logic completely breaks down, and that's when I really have eating disorder kind of problems. Well, fast forward to 2021, and with all the panic shopping, supply disruptions, the notion that your food will be waiting for you starts to weaken. And I have some fears for myself and anybody else who has the same issue going on. Now, I got into a little argument with one of my Facebook friends. He had posted something to the effect that, by now it's been 18 months into COVID. If you still don't have what you need for the next at least month, you deserve whatever you get. I gotta point out something. What is a need? If you're 30 pounds overweight, is it really the end of the world if you only have half as much food as you previously did during a 2 or 3 week lockdown, right? If you need to downsize your living arrangements because you're working remotely anyway, and you downsize or you move out to the country, was your former living arrangement really all that much of a need, right? There's a very fuzzy line between what's a want and a need, right? All right, so just be mindful about the coming months. I suspect it will disrupt a lot of people who are trying to lead a healthier or more natural kind of lifestyle and downsizing, right?